Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Think now is a good time to talk about Caleb Love's new life. At one point, was headed to Michigan, and now he has been rerouted. He is now going to be at Arizona, and it does sort of feel like Randolph. He's got, obviously a lot to prove. Because I think of all, whether it's Hubert Davis or Armando Bacot or RJ, like all the people that sort of took the bullet, so to speak, nobody took more of it than Caleb Love for last season. So is there an opportunity there, you think, with him at Arizona to actually win and potentially take his team, to right there in Arizona for the Final Four?
I think he'll be All-American when the season ends. That's how I think he'll respond.
Wow, there it is. There it is.
I do. I think he'll be an All-American. No one ever questioned his talent. I think you gave him ammunition. I think you put him in a system with the pace that they play at. You don't want him coming downhill, pitched ahead, and him going because he gets going. He's streaky. We've seen him even shoot the ball, but I thought his sophomore year numbers from the three were a lot better. But no one questioned his ability. I think he'll be an All-American. At the end of the year, Arizona will be right there if they stay healthy. He's not the one that I worry about when I look at that team. I worry about maybe what are we going to get out of that point guard play? How good is that point guard play for Arizona is going to be? I have full belief that Caleb Love will be an All-American and average probably 20 points a game, if not more.
Here's the thing, too, with them that I think is, really important is it's a whole new team for Arizona, right? Caleb Love transfer from UNC. Shaw Johnson transfer from San Diego State. Kylan Boswell only played 15 minutes per game last year. Dylan Anderson only played in 15 games. Jaden Bradley transfer from Alabama. Those are the guys that started in their exhibition game. And a game, by the way, and I know we're not putting too much stock into exhibitions and scrimmages, Caleb Love went for 23, 7 assists, and no turnovers. So it's new for him. It's refreshing. And like RC said, this is not a talent thing. But he can go there, and the whole expectations of coming off playing in the national championship game, man, he's got a whole new situation. It's completely refreshing. And it's a whole new team, too. Like, he's not walking in that locker room and there's already like an alpha male that's saying, hey, this is my team. We've got veterans here. No, it's a whole new team. So he can go out there and be who he is.
Are you
the big thing is if you talk with people in Arizona about him, like what Tommy Lloyd told us at Pac-12 Media Day, is that he has bought into being like the quintessential teammate. He's bought into being just a guy in that locker room. Like he wanted that reset as much as North Carolina wanted that reset. And I think that if you can get Caleb Love bought in, like, look, he's always going to be a guy that kind of pushes the envelope with some of his shot selection. And I think he's also one of those guys, RC, you could probably speak to this too, that you don't want to limit that aggressiveness, right? Like you got to tell him, okay, look, you missed 3 in a row. Maybe try to go get fouled. Maybe then pass the rock after that. But he's also someone that can literally take you from an 8 seed to a national title game if he gets hot for 3 weeks, right? That's what he can be when he's at his best. And as long as you're able to keep that confidence up for him, I'm in on Caleb Love. Everybody around that Arizona program is raving about him, like raving about him. So I'm in. Let's see what happens. Sorry, RC, I cut you off.
No, you're good. No. I think he gives them a closer. Right, you go back to last year with Kirk Creasy, you had Courtney Raymond. You were just wondering like, hey, who am I going to give the ball to that's actually going to go get me a bucket and close games? He's done that, and we know he's capable of doing that. So they got all this talent, and now you got a guy and I think that's the one thing we can talk about all these teams. When I look at teams that we're talking about contending, and we're going to talk about that, my biggest question is they better have a closer because you better have a guy that you can give the ball to say, look, play breakdown, I'm going to design this, you're going to elevate and shoot it, or you're going to create me a bucket. And we know he can do that.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I'll say is that the best motivator is the bench. And you know what happens if Caleb Love gets a little bit too aggressive? Colin Boswell and Jaden Bradley are going to be playing some minutes out there.
Yeah. I'm rooting for that kid, though, man, just because, like, nobody was, talking down on that kid when he was carrying Carolina to the championship game 2 years ago, right? So, and I don't think it's ever it's never just one person. It's never the fault of just one guy, and it kind of feels like that's how this has been framed. So I'm hopeful and rooting for that kid, no question about it.
Thank you for watching The Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.